All right. Let's talk about Solomon Buchi. I saw Solomon Buchi on some guy's channel the other day. What's the name? One of these guys that came from some Netflix show. He's now doing YouTube. Anyway, Solomon Buchi is very opinionated. He's huge on Twitter. I'm finding out that he has a big following on Twitter, But let's see. He's always giving opinions on relationship and stuff. So I might cover him every now and then, but I will be very respectful. Okay. Anytime I see an opportunity to add context, I will do that. Okay. All right. So Solomon Buchi, I don't know exactly. Let me even see what exactly is his accolades. Let's give him his proper. Let's do his proper introduction. Right. Like what exactly is it like a content creator? Exactly what is he, right? That's what I want to find out. Let me go to his pages and see what it says. All right, on Twitter it says life coach, husband, a pro ghost writer, a TEDx speaker. Oh wow, no wonder. That is big. Okay, that is big. Podcaster, relationship culture, apologetics, faith. Okay, he said something on the YouTube channel that he said he used to be a feminist. He's no longer a feminist because he don't see shege for this internet street. So it's like, you know what, that feminist title thing, let's hold on for a second on that one, right? But I feel him on that. Because if you haven't been in this internet streets, you probably won't understand him. You might even take an offense to that. Okay, all right. But anyway, his Instagram says life coach, writer, commentator, TEDx speak. Okay, so he lives in London. Oh, I didn't. Okay, it looks like he might live in both places, London and Nigeria. Okay. Anyway, so why are we talking about him today? Why are we talking about Solomon Buchi? Do you guys know anything about him that I haven't covered yet? Kind of know about him, right? Already. Okay, you guys you don't care. you don't care. He'll be all right, Abby.
Don't care.
Oh Lord. Let me continue here. Okay, so he says here's the post on his page. One of the reasons, as covered by Instablog Nigeria, one of the reasons some men expect you to cook and clean for them while dating is because you are open to spending the weekend with them. You shouldn't be spending multiple days in the boyfriend's house. First, it minimizes chances of falling into sin. Secondly, it shields you from some bizarre domestic expectations from musty men. Okay, interesting. Some women start sleeping at their boyfriends after 2 weeks of dating. Are you homeless? Unloved at home and lack personal boundaries? Why won't he pack all his dirty clothes and plates and order you to wash them? You act homeless and untrained. Wait. Kilagbe. Wait. A woman's comportment and conduct conveys her worth than who she deludedly believes she is. Okay, English. Pressure.
Everything I do, I will. Pressure to what?
Pressure what? Let me go back. Let me see if I can read it a little bit clearer. A woman's comportment and conduct conveys her worth that who she deludedly believes she is. The deludedly here is pregnant. I wonder what he's trying to say. Let's continue. If a man is not husband, there are things you shouldn't do for him, not because love is lacking, but because covenant is lacking. Covenant is the bedrock of marital obligations. So how will a man know his girlfriend's domestic abilities if she shouldn't spend nights in his place? Oh, he's asking himself, rhetorical. He's about to tell us why. So how will a man know his girlfriend's domestic abilities if she shouldn't spend nights in his place? All right, so it's about to answer us. I'm not saying that every man will order you around like a domestic staff because you spent a weekend at his, okay? But it is safer and more respectful not to date in that fashion. 2, you can cook for your boyfriend, but how about you cook in your house and take it over? Okay, Solomon. Okay, Solo. All right. Number 2. No, that's number 2. Why must you sleep over just to cook? Many women do not understand the psychology of being a wife. No reasonable man wants a girlfriend to act wife without a wedding ring. Visiting your boyfriend, staying over at his place and cooking for him can be permissible during courtship. Really? We can break the rule during courtship? After engagement. I saw this happen in the 90s. I saw how they bent the rule small. They gave the rule like this, right? And they start bending the rule. And then slowly but surely, we are like westernized, modernized, precisely what you are. The cap is blue. Cap blue. Cap are blue. Shout out to Solomon. Oh my God.
Different from Bala Blue. Blue. Bulaba.
Stop the cap.
All right, let me finish because I can't wait to come to the chat right now. I can't wait to come to the chat. Visiting your boyfriend, staying over at his place, we already covered that, right? Can be permissible during courtship, after engagement. At this point, families have met. Your pastors have met. Church is aware, and it's crucial. Okay, he said church is aware. So let me back off a little bit. Okay, the pressure just released a little bit when he said church, right? But boundaries must be defined because of, I guess, the sin, right? The Kirewa sin. A man doesn't need to have you cook to know that you are domesticated. From conversations, how you speak about building a home and how you fulfill those roles in your father's home, he will know. Stop acting homeless. Or you tirelessly cook and clean for Alpha Malus. Hey, Alpha Malus. Hey. Let me come to the chat. Let's put Solomon's face on the screen first so we can know who we're talking about. Shout out to Solomon. Listen, I can always appreciate when... What I like is that at least people are trying to learn, at least, about relationships. That is a big deal. That is a big deal, and it's necessary. Okay? So let me come here. Wait till. Let's see. Chidima is still talking about he's still talking about language, English language. Wahala. English is all over our loss. That's a fact. Yep. You're tired is tired. Well, he was never a feminist. He's a panderer who hit jackpots with his wife. Really? Why do you say that? Kilagbe, Kilaju. Did he say anything that made you think that, or you followed him from the past? Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? What's going on? Gracious greatness, good to see you, man. Don't care about on King Solomon. Really? What am I missing? You guys must know something about Solomon that I don't know. So that girl later married him and brought him to the abroad. You guys know more about him. Oh my God. MOP, I'm a part of the confused generation. I probably have to watch this entire video from the beginning. No. We didn't get to the topic yet. Okay. I'm going to be part of the replay gang. Shout out to you, bro. I always appreciate it. I know you guys are watching behind the scenes all the time. I see the numbers. The live thing, it's cool when we're here. I appreciate you if you come here live. But it's cool. Anytime you get a chance to watch, just make sure you say hello in the comments whenever you're watching the replay. Not to always do that. Somebody else always do that. I forget the person. Somebody else always do that too. But everyone, if you're watching a replay, always say replay gang gosh or something. Say something so I can say hello back. Okay. Stop reading my mind. But are we really surprised he's defending his online insult of her? Really? So there's something about the wife. Anyway, I want to talk about the talking points that he made today. Solomon should change his name, I beg. Really? What happened? What we missing? But Apati said, Bala Blue. Wait, you guys are stylishly waiting for my opinion, right? You guys study away from my opinion. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. What's the big deal in Tori Olorun? Baba says it's deep. That's what I'm wondering, right? Nigerians like to make a big deal of nothing. You can sleep over now, but don't cook. You are the visitor. Listen. The cooking thing, there's a lot of things that he said that it's not any of the issues when people end up in the poto in relationships. None of this stuff is talking about are the issues. But apparently says all these inexperienced relationships and marriage counselors, YouTubers, God will deliver our children. Listen, the guy just got married like 2 years ago or something like that, right? Or less, But again, I shout out to him. At least it's a student. It's a student. But since you guys don't have much opinions about this, let me see if there's anything that really stand out. Let me just look at the headline, right? Domestic staff in your man's house is a stretch. Okay, she clearly wants to go and become whatever that label, because domestic staff is a label. It's just an insult. Okay, and she wants to go and be that, and you are trying to tell her, let me save you, and she said, don't save her. She doesn't want to be saved. Relax, bro, right? Relax, right? Domestic staff is a stretch. That is a stretch. In your man, you say in the same breath, you say in your man's house, means she wants to be there, right? The people that are complaining about cooking are probably not the one who want to go and sleep over. So you're talking to two different audiences at the same time. Somebody wants to go and sleep over, and they probably don't mind doing something. If they are comfortable, if they feel safe and secure, they don't mind doing, including sex, right? Somebody doesn't want to go, but somebody is judging them that, how am I going to know that you want to cook? And then there's probably some kind of space in between. There's some in-betweens, right? But it's about probably 30 different audiences here, right? But let me look here. You shouldn't be spending multiple days in a boyfriend's house. Shouldn't. Fantasy, right? But you know what? I'm going to relax. I'm not going to overanalyze what he's saying. He's talking to church folks, okay? He's talking to church folks. But he's using a public platform to talk to church folks. I would just hope that the people that are following him, they're also following the same order, the people he submits to. Because if that's not the case, and you get with somebody that follows him, because if that's not the case, there will be a division, and all of this is not relevant. Literally not relevant, okay? He said nothing with regards to what actually happens inside of a marriage, right? Except the sex, right? Cooking, it's not really a big deal when couples are together and they're on the same page. It's not really a big deal. Plus, most of them, they pick up food from the fridge anyway. They cook one time in a week, and people just warm up food, or they eat out, or they order out. Especially if you're dating, you're coming over, you're going out on a date, you go out, you come back home, it's not, the deeper issues are not being discussed by this relationship coaching and counselors. They're not, okay? Boundaries must be defined. This is not what boundary means, if it means anything. This is not what boundary means, okay? A person who wants to go and sleep over is not drawing boundaries. It could make sense, right? Now you're drawing boundaries for them, and they're looking at you like, Baba, what are you talking about? I want to go and sleep over. Right? If you have any other reasons why I shouldn't come and sleep over, please tell me, and I hope I see the value in what you're saying. Because if I don't see the value in what you're saying, about we can just deceive ourselves. So I just go and collect Bola from time to time, and and then I'll come back home, and then you just be on your page calling us homeless. We have a home. He's not discussing any of the topics. None of this stuff are relevant, Mario said, just say visit, but go home, say same day, but he likes to preach to his audience. I think he's preaching to his audience, so I'll give him a pass, because he said church folks. He said church, and I said, okay, all right, he's talking to church folks. But if you're going to go visit by yourself, even if it's just 1 hour, all things can happen in 1 hour, just so you know, okay? Just in case you didn't know, right? Just you didn't realize that a lot can happen in 20 minutes, even in the bathroom of a grocery store, right? Just in case you didn't know, but let's just leave it alone. Sleeping over is a personal value thing, okay? Like, let's say, for example, you want to preserve yourself until marriage. That's your personal faith stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. It should be applauded, right? But you can't bend the rules. You can't be going over for 1 hour and then you want to go back home by yourself. If you're going over, it's probably a good idea if you're actually connected and you feel connection to this person and you're attracted to this person. It's probably a bad idea to be going over for even 1 hour, even 30 minutes. It's probably a bad idea, right? But if you're going to break those rules, you can still do it. You can have some self-control as long as that person is on the same page with you. But then all of this preaching would not be relevant, You could just keep it simple. Be a virgin. Don't go over to a boyfriend's house. Just instead of all the long-winded stuff. Be a virgin. Just don't go over, and don't go to the grocery store with them too. Anyway, may God help us all, Sleeping over is necessary, especially if you're a woman of a certain age. Please, if you're a woman of a certain age, you've seen life. Okay? You can have some self-control, even if you don't want to do the do's, right? But there's so much more to it, but it's very personal and depends on what you want, and I can't speak to it unless we're talking about somebody in particular. So wahala. But anyway, let's leave Solomon. I'm sure he's going to say more stuff that we can come back and cover another day, but homelessness, all of that is just unnecessary stretch around conversation. He needs to start talking about conflict handling. Okay, conflict handling, game, starting from when you are single. You need to have game when you're single. You need to maintain game while you become married, because you're still dealing with another human being. Skills. You need skills. You need to manage your expectations, and you need to manage your pride. Okay. All right. With that being said, there's more. Before we get into the main Tyrese story today, we'll spend the last hour on Tyrese today. All right. I'll be right back.
Beautiful girl, sparkling night, killing thing. I find a beautiful girl. It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.